Let's talk about the most underrated part of birth prep from somebody who helps women prepare for labor every single day. I think that the thing that most women miss when they are preparing themselves for birth is they're so focused on the information gathering part of things, where they're learning all of the stuff, all of the things, which makes sense because there's a lot to learn during this time, especially if you're a first-time mom. But they forget to focus on the nervous system piece and the more embodied part of birth preparation by itself. So it's one thing just to know a bunch of information, but labor itself is so physical. It is so in our bodies, it is so in our nervous systems. And if we think about what actually is happening during labor, there is so much up and down. There's so much intensity and then break. There's so much kind of force and then there's so much relaxation. And the ability of our bodies to move back and forth between those two states is actually a skill that we can cultivate. It's something called nervous system regulation. It's the ability of our body to move from that fight or flight state in our nervous system back into the rest and digest state of your nervous system. And that is something that can be learned. It is a skill that you can practice, that you can really kind of cultivate over time if you're intentional about it. And it's something that we can use breath work for. We can use just moving a little bit slower throughout our lives. We can use meditation. We can do so many things with what we're already doing if we think about the physical aspect of our birth prep. When we're doing some different types of massage, when we're working on some stretches to help with our pelvis, we can be super intentional in how we're doing that to help our nervous system adapt to the stress that it's going to be under during labor. That's where the magic happens. That's where people are fully preparing themselves for the act of labor in a way that their bodies can just show up when labor starts to happen and be like, okay, we have practiced this. Obviously not exactly labor itself, but we've practiced moving from intensity to calm. We're able to move through this pain and this discomfort with intention. So if you are pregnant and you are doing all the things to get ready for labor, but you're not thinking about your nervous system, let this be your sign to start today.